So hey guys, welcome to another Warframe video, and the Grineer finally finished building their Balor Fomorian and immediately pointed it towards the Orcus relay on Pluto. Now, just like the Razorback, this is our own doing because it's tied into the invasion system, and I'm still not sure which way it actually works, whether it is if we help the Grineer, it helps them get more resources so they build it faster, or if we help the Corpus, it pisses off the Grineer and then they build it faster. Now, at the time of recording, we still have little under 3 days to destroy this, and it's actually down to about 93% right now, so people have been going ham on this. So we may actually, not fail this time around, because if you don't know this, if you're a newer player and you have not experienced the Fomorian, if you don't break it in time, it is going to blow up the relay it's pointed at. It happened 2 times already. We used to have relays on Venus and Earth, and they are both gone. You can actually see the remains of those 2 relays with the new star chart map. And this is what blew them up. It was the Fomorian. We just didn't destroy it in time. Now, since this is an event, there are, of course, rewards. So if you manage to score 1 million points in a single mission, you're going to get 200,000 credits and a blue potato, which is actually not that hard to do, because if you just jump into a public match and you get a party of 4, you can easily do well over 2 million damage in a single run. Now, as you can see right here, there is another thing you may want to do this mission for, and that is Imperator Vandal. But we're getting ahead of ourselves, because if you want to do this mission, you will first have to build and equip a Fomorian Disruptor. Now, you will get a blueprint for this as soon as you log in while this event is going on. You will get it in the inbox from Lotus. And doing the mission will consume the disruptor, so you will have to build a lot of these, and each one costs 3,500 nanospores, 300 cryotic, and 4 omega isotopes. Now, these omega isotopes only drop in the presence of the Fomorian, so right now you can farm them in all non-Arcwing missions on Pluto, and doing a single exterminate mission will Necros will net you somewhere around 5 to 10 per run. And a fun little fact here, Stalker drops them too apparently. Now, once you build the Disruptor, you'll be able to access the Balor Fomorian Sabotage, which is an Arcwing mission. This takes about 2.5 to 3 minutes to do, and it's the same every time. You have to fly to the Fomorian, and as you're flying towards it, you will come across a couple of Zeppelin units or towers or whatever they are, and if you get too close to them, they will create a sphere-shaped energy barrier that you can't get through. So if you get too close to them, you have to break them to take the barrier down. And most of the time, you'll only have to break 2 on your way to the Fomorian and then 1 final one as you're close to the Fomorian. But sometimes you get unlucky, so you'll have to do 3 on your way to it and then a 4th one next to it.
The last of you is gone. I will personally throw.
Once you make it to the Fomorian, you will have 2 objective markers pop up, one on the left and one on the right upper part of the Fomorian, which will highlight the 2 shield generators. And what you have to do here is shoot the cap a couple of times so that it kind of blows off, and then wait for the shield generator to extend and break it. This is also where you will find either your 3rd or 4th Zeppelin, because it's close to the shield generator on the right. Once you destroyed both of the shield generators, you can fly down and get to the core of the Fomorian through one of the cracks that you will find on either side. You have to open up your gear, use the Fomorian Disruptor, which will disable the shield around the core, and then you have to go ham for about 30 seconds before you have to leave. Now, this is where the total mission score is calculated. It's based on how much damage you can do to the Fomorian core in these 30 seconds. Now, if you just start firing at the core, you're not going to get a lot of points. What you want to do is destroy as many of the core nodes that you will find all over the place as possible, because each node you destroy within these 30 seconds will multiply your damage by 0.25, and that's what your final score is going to be. This is why going in with a full party is a good idea, because the more people you have, the more cores you'll be able to destroy, and the higher your final multiplier is going to be. And once the 30-second window is over, you have to get at least 350 meters away from the Fomorian ship before, I don't know, it releases a pulse of some sort. I never even tried staying within the 350 meters to see what would happen if you don't fly away. And that's it. That's the entire mission. Pretty straightforward and pretty quick. Now, let's talk a little bit about Imperator Vandal, which is the weapon you can farm here. It comes in 3 different parts: a blueprint, a barrel, and a receiver. And once you get all the parts, you will have to throw in 25,000 credits and 10 tellurium with all the parts to build it. And this is just a straight up upgrade to the original Imperator. It has bigger magazine of 300 compared to the original's 250. faster reload or recharge speed at 60 rounds per second versus the original's 50, higher crit chance of 15% versus the original's 10, higher status chance of 10% versus the original's 5, and unlike the original Imperator, it has a spool-up mechanic, so when it's fully spooled up, it will have 50% extra fire rate. And everything else is the same. It does 40 damage per shot, 16 is impact, 14 is puncture, and 10 is slash. It comes with 1 V polarity, and it is a mastery rank 0 weapon. Now, if you don't get extremely lucky, it's going to take you quite a few runs to get all parts for this weapon. I did 15 runs myself before I was like, okay, it's time to do the video, and I was also getting bored because the mission doesn't really change, it's always the same. And let's just take a look at the files that I've recorded for this video. So out of those 15 runs, I got endo 13 times and I got 2 barrels, which is apparently very lucky. I had a ton of people message me as I was doing this, and they were like, hello, may I ask you a question? Am I doing something wrong, or do I need to get 1 million damage done every time? Because all I'm getting is endo. I did like 15 or 20 runs and I only got endo. So yeah, if you're not of the lucky variety, get ready for some bullshit drop rates here. But then again, if you do need endo, this is a pretty good mission to do, because if you have enough isotopes and you're doing the mission back to back, you can get around 8,000 endo per hour, which is pretty good. But anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. I need to go to bed. It's like 2 AM right now. And I also don't want to do this mission too much because we're also getting Harrow, we're getting Prime Vault, we're getting Barakatir this week. So it'd be a really bad thing to burn myself out right now before all these updates roll in. So as always, guys, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.